Hello guys, it's your boy JT Veg on finally another reaction video in Marvel Super War featuring Cyclops. Let's go! So welcome back guys. So finally we received a new hero since a couple of months. I hope that the devs will continue making these heroes or making heroes this new year. So with no further ado, let's check out Cyclops. So I just can't express enough how good he looks on this skin, which shows us the classic skin guys. I'm not quite sure if you were able to see the old classic X-Men show, but this is how I remembered him on the show. So he got the yellow straps, his yellow gloves and boots, and with that optic blast guys, with that I'm not quite sure, with that visor, if you call that visor, and he gets the visor. It's really amazing. I mean, Cyclops looks good even in the animation, but if you see him here, it's really incredible because you can see the littlest, you can't zoom the details guys, but you can really appreciate how he has been made in the game. Look at that guys.
Oh yeah.
But look at how the muscle was sculpted, how his uniform or costume was made. Really spot on guys. Way to go. Good job. So oh, he doesn't have a second skin.
What?
Oh, that's sad. It's sad that he doesn't have a second skin. How come? Well, I can work with his classic skin because it's really good. So let's check out his animation here. If you don't touch him, that is his animation. He just checks or touches his visors, and there's happening on his visors. Yes, it brightens up. But if you
think you know what I'm capable of?
okay, that's what's happened, which is really good, but I'm not quite sure why
you
there's
know what I'm capable of?
the optic blast is coming from his back, so that's a disappointment. But I'm not quite sure why the optic blast is coming from his back. I'm sad or disappointed that he doesn't have a second skin, but I'm glad that he has his old good classic skin. So let's start off with his skills. Let's go. So welcome back guys. So this is how Cyclops will look like in the game, but before that let's start off with this because we don't want any minions coming our way. So let's just level him up so that we will get all his skills, and then just get this so that we can remove those things in the
Trust each other.
side.
We
And then
win.
level him up. So to start off guys, he has 4 skills. So we all know this. Let's go to the middle of the map. Oh, he really looks good, man. He really looks good.
Stick
Even
to
in
the
the
plan.
game,
It'll
even
work.
inside the game, you really can't appreciate it when it's in the game because it's too little. But even in the game, Cyclops skin or costume is really good to look at. Yep, really good to look at. So let's start off with his recall.
Need some time to recharge.
Okay, so pretty boring. That was his recall. Disappointed. Nothing
Need some
much.
time to recharge.
Basically, he's just standing there. So how about his taunt animation? It's good, but it lacks additional details. I wish that it was brightening red, or it just made a spark of red to indicate that he's touching his visor. But missed opportunity there. Yep, missed opportunity there. Because if you compare their taunt with other heroes, they could made additional effort to do this or add those things, but in this part they've missed a little, just a little detail. Like they could just add a little flash of red in his visor. So yeah, nothing special. Nothing special in the taunt and the recall, guys. So this is gonna be my first reaction or genuine reaction on his abilities. Although I've seen his abilities or skills during the preview, but I really didn't read the description of each skills. So I'm gonna be reading it here and I analyze it how they work. So the passive
trust each other, we
the natural
win.
passive is Optic Blast. Okay. Cyclops receive a stack of photon energy each time he casts an ability 1, 2, or 3, up to 6 stacks. If Cyclops does not cast ability 1, 2, or 3 within 3 seconds, the photon energy stacks will
Team,
diminish over
you know
time,
what to do.
losing 1 stack every 2.5 seconds. Okay, it's better than other heroes' cooldown, or not their cooldown, but how the diminish of a stack occurs. It's 2.5 seconds, and it has how many
Save
stacks?
the world. That's an order.
6? Okay, 6 stacks, so gonna multiply that 6 by 2.5, so that's kind of a long time for his passive to run out. So at 3 stacks, Cyclops enters
Unless they're made of ruby
supercharged
quartz,
state
we're
and
fine.
enhance ability 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Stacks 3, 6 stacks photon energy. Cyclops consumes all photon energy stacks and enters an overheated state for 6 seconds. Okay, increasing the attack speed of the next 3 basic attacks
Team, you know what to do.
for 30%. Is an okay. In an overheated state, Cyclops basic attack deals more energy damage to enemies in fan pattern and cannot cast ability 1, 2, or 3. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice, but okay. So I think we need
Save
to
the world.
or we need
That's
to
an order.
activate his skills before we can notice what really is the passive. But oh, I wish no. Let's get Wolverine. No. I don't know, not Wolverine, because he's gonna die if I choose him. Okay.
Stick to the plan.
So before we can understand his passive, so let's start checking his first skill first. So his first skill is Concussive Beam.
Stick to the
Cyclops
plan.
Eye Blast
It'll
2
work.
intersecting beams in specified direction, dealing energy damage and inflicting 50% slow for 2 seconds. This ability stores every 5 seconds and up to 2 uses. Okay, so it has charges. So the supercharge also deals.
If we
I mean,
trust
if
each
you
other,
get the passive,
we win.
then you get a supercharge which deals more damage than the normal one and inflicts stun. Ooh, he has stun for 0.5 seconds. Okay, so here you can see that there's 2 in the skill 1.
Everyone do
So
your job.
it does hold charges. Ooh, nice. Wait, does it hit at the same time, or it causes 2 energy damage? Wait, it does hit twice. Wait. Oh. Ooh, that's a passive. That's a passive. No, I'm wrong. No, that was skill 2. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so if I do this, okay, so let's hit him in. Okay, so you need to hit him twice in order. I mean, you need to hit him in the center in order for him to hit the second beam. So it's not at the same time. It's like pack like that. Pack. So 2 hits. So that's his first skill and inflicts slow. So if I stack the passive 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Sir, there is a drawback of his skills. I mean, you can't spam. I mean, technically you can't spam his first skill all the time because I'm using the unlimited skills, but if you do this, so you notice that even the skill animation, you can see the difference in the level 3, or if the stacks. See, it doesn't really look that damaging in the surface. But when it goes to level 3, look. See? It blackens. Now it has a black area of effect. So it means it's kind of stronger. It's really good. Nice. Nice. So, if it's overcharged, then it can stun. So there's the stun, but the drawback, if you're fully charged, then you can't use your... Wait, can you use your normal attack?
First KO! Just getting started.
Ooh.
Many more to come.
That's
You
how
can
you
still
do it.
use your normal attack. If you can't use your skills, but you can use your normal attack. But what's this? Is that? There's no optic blast coming out. Okay, so that's how his skills or his normal attack looks like. But if I have a full charge, or if I'm overheated, ooh. Okay, so that's the passive. So if I'm overheated state for 6 seconds, increasing the attack speed and 3 basic attacks for 30%. In an overheated state, Cyclops basic attack deals more damage to enemies in a fan. Oh, so it's an AoE now.
Unless they're made of ruby
he's
quartz.
in an
we're
overheated
fine.
state, his normal attack becomes an AoE attack, which is really good, especially for him being an energy hero. It's really good because you can hit more enemies, because the more energy items that you have, the more basic attack damage you have. So, you know, hitting a lot of enemies in a fan shape with that kind of damage is really good if they're clumped up. So a good passive for him. But you need to watch out with his passive because, I mean, skills is really important in this
Stick
game.
to the plan.
So
It'll
having
work.
those skills being disabled, it's really how do you say this? A drawback, but it's being compensated by his normal attack being an AoE and has more damage and has 3 increased attack speed for the 3 basic
If we
attacks.
trust each other,
So,
we win.
you know, if they balance it out. So it's not really being Cyclops being immobilized or not being able to do anything, because I thought you can't do basic attacks when you're overheated for 6 seconds. You can use your normal attack with different kind of basic attack with an AoE.
Team, you know what to do.
So, you know, mastering Cyclops is really good. So, let's see his second skill. His second skill is really interesting for me. So, Ruby Surge. Cyclops sends 5 powerful beams in a specified direction, dealing energy damage to nearby enemies and
If we
reducing
trust each other, we win.
their energy resist by 5%. Cyclops also creates a psionic field that deals energy damage with enemy reach for 2 seconds, or 0.2 seconds for 2 seconds. Supercharge, each beam deals more damage and reduce the target's enemy
Everyone
resist
do your job.
more. Okay? And the psionic field is even stronger. Okay? So enemies within range every... Okay, so... How many hits is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has 5 major hits, but how close is that? It's really close, guys. I wish that I have more effects because you really don't know where the field is. What? Okay, so you need to be close to Cyclops for the field to hit you. Okay, so it's 360. It's 360, but you need to be very close to Cyclops. Like, literally touching Cyclops. Literally touching Cyclops. So you can't use that.
There's an enemy down!
I'm not quite sure, because if you hit them, then they're being hit by the field as well. So I'm not quite sure if that's how it works. I think if you're near I mean, the best thing for this is that unless you're standing very close to Cyclops, then you're being hit by the field.
If we trust each other,
But why are
we
you
win.
being hit? Just add one other enemy. Because, see, if you're still here... See, it's like that you're still being hit by the field. See, there's 34, 34, 34. I mean, I know that major damage is the 152 there. See, it's the field, right? But it's lesser. Why? No, it is the field. It is the field. So, I'm not quite sure how it works. I think there should be a range for the field to be in effect with Cyclops. Or is it just the field with the effects on the side? I'm not really sure. So I'm not quite sure if that's by design. So if this is how it works, then there should not be damage touching Cyclops. So they need to change either one of those. So if they're already being hit by the real damage, the 140 plus, then there shouldn't be damage with the static or the what field is that, unless that they should be near Cyclops, right? Unless they're near Cyclops. So with this, it's like it just has double damage. So I'm not quite sure if that is by design or they need to do something about it, but I'm checking something first. Let me take some damage. Let's take some damage and... You know what I'm buying. Let's just check this. See? The static gains... So that's really weird. Doesn't gain the life steal there, but if you do this, then you gain the life steal. Not really sure why.
Victory streak! Double KO! Rampage!
I'm not quite
Double
sure.
KO! A hot streak!
Not
I'm
really sure
waiting.
if
Who's
that's by
next?
design. Because why is he gaining with using this? Yes, he's being hit by the real damage, not the what is it called? The psionic field. The psionic field. So the psionic field does not gain you. No. The psionic field does not gain you HP steal. Only the major hits. No. It still gains you energy, but I'm not really quite sure what that is. Really weird. See? Now he gains HP. What the heck? I'm confused. I'm confused. Now he's not gaining HP. He was gaining HP a while ago. See? There's something wrong.
Incredible!
Okay, so you don't go in game. But what if I hit you with it? Then I'll do it again. Then it doesn't work. But it worked a while ago. See? I think the mechanics is still buggy because sometimes it triggers the HP still, but sometimes it doesn't. So I think there's something wrong with the mechanics, or I'm not quite sure what the design of Cyclops is, because if the static field is a 300 degrees or it has a certain range, then he should not have that extra hit. They should not have that extra hit, the 39. So I'm not quite sure if they're gonna be fixing it, or that's final for Cyclops. So we'll see, because this it's a bit OP. Because it's like Iron Man's ultimate.
Legendary!
See?
Boy,
It's like Iron Man's ultimate, and it has a good range. It has a good range. How long is it? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. It's 3 seconds, and I'm not quite sure how long Iron Man's ultimate is, but I think Iron Man's ultimate is 5 or 4 seconds. It's still insane. I mean, the range isn't that far compared to Iron Man, but it has a good range. So either they reduce the range or do something about the mechanics. Or do something about the mechanics of this skill. This skill only. Because I think it's not polished enough.
I can hardly believe my eyes.
I think it's not polished enough. I'm not sure. I mean, it's good. I like the skill because you can really do some damage when it's a team fight, especially a team fight. Because look at this, and you can even use your skills with this active. You can use this other skills while this is active. See? So I mean, Iron Man can't. I mean, yeah, Iron Man can use his skill 1. But this is more, it's kind of an ultimate for me. An ultimate skill. Well, I mean, there are heroes that has this kind of abilities, but they should probably make some adjustment on the skill and fine-tune the mechanics of this ability as well. And when the items are triggered or when it's not triggered, things like those. But I like the skill a lot. So I can't wait if he gets a skin, what this ability will look like on a new skin, right? So the third skill is Psionic Force Field. See, if that's, they should have added that if he's casting this, so that you'll know when they will be damaged. They could have done that. I mean, they could have added, like, if he's casting this, and there should be like this animation, so that you'll know if you're going near him, the enemy's gonna be damaged. So, you know. So the third skill is Cyclops expand his psionic field, gaining a shield, absorbs damage, increasing his movement speed by 30% for 1 second. Supercharge, receive a shield and absorbs and increased. Okay, so
If we...
So basically, guys, all of his skills, if it's supercharged or almost supercharged, it grows stronger. That's it. So that's his mobility skill. So it's for his ultimate, Ricochet Blast. Cyclops Blast is a ricocheting beam, a specified target, ricocheting up to 7
Everyone
times,
do your job.
and each dealing energy damage. It also deals to enemy heroes hit nearby after 2-second delay. If it ricochets into the same enemy multiple times, the subsequent. So if it hits multiple enemies with the same hero, then the damage is not really the same, but it reduces
Team,
the damage.
You know... Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Ooh, how many explosion is that?
Was it worth it?
Also, man, Cyclops is very good at AoE.
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Good at AoE. What if I just add the... Oh, sorry. Two of you.
Was it worth it?
It's good.
Yeah,
I can hardly
I'm looking
believe
at
my
you.
eyes.
It's good, but not really as good if you're fighting one enemy. See, that's the only one. It's effective for more than one enemy. So, I mean... Okay, so they didn't made his ultimate that OP. They balance it out because his second skill is really powerful. They didn't made his ultimate very OP because if you're doing one-on-one, then you're really
Everyone, was it worth it?
you're out of luck. You're out of luck
Yeah,
because
I'm looking at you.
I can hardly believe my eyes.
that's his ultimate
Was it worth it?
for a single enemy, and it's really not that good. So Cyclops is made for multiple enemies at the same time because all of his skills, if you notice, that
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
see,
I can hardly believe
it's
my
made
eyes.
for AoE damage. He's good for multiple enemies at the same time. So it's good that they balance him out by his ultimate. But I think they need to adjust. For me, I think they need to adjust the mechanics of his second skill, and they need to polish how
Unless they're
the
made of ruby
description
quartz,
works, because
we're
they said
fine.
there's a static field, but it the field, I mean, if you're being hit by the main beam, it seems that you're being hit by the static field as well. So I'm not quite sure if that's by design
If we trust each other, we
or
win.
that there is a static field around Cyclops when he's doing that, so that because you are mobile but you really can't do 360 turns, right? So I think they made that as a compensation for him not to change direction, so that
Stick to the
even though
plan.
there are enemies
It'll work.
at his back, they can still be damaged by Cyclops. So I think they should adjust or make a skill indicator how the range of the static field is. And I'm not quite sure if
Everyone do your
if you're
job.
being hit by the main damage or the beam, you're still supposed to be hit by the static field damage. So that's the only concern that I have for his second skill. His first, third, and fourth skill is really good for him, and I think balanced enough. So they just need
trust
to
each other,
adjust his
we
second
win.
skill. So I'm happy that they added a new hero as well, and I hope that they do continue adding heroes in the game in the succeeding months, because it's been a while. I mean, I know that they said the announcement that they are focusing more adjusting heroes rather than releasing
Everyone do
heroes.
your job.
But I prefer that they do the adjustment or the revamps for other heroes like by season, not by not by like every month, right? So I would rather have a new hero and have revamps like by the end of the season, because really
Team,
you really know the
you know what to
performance of
do.
each hero once a season is done, right? So check the season out. If this hero is performing well, then if it's not, if it's looking bad for that hero, then you revamp them on the new upcoming season, right? So that's just my take on
Stick to the plan.
what
It'll
happened
work.
in the game, because they released, I'm not quite sure when was the last hero that was released. I even forgot what hero was. I mean, green. I think it was Green Goblin. What's the last hero? Like it was released like September, October. I not quite remember. That's how long they released a new hero. So I'm glad
Unless
that they
they're made of
continue
ruby
releasing
quartz,
hero,
we're fine.
and I hope they will still continue releasing hero in the game. So that's my reaction video, guys. I'm sorry it took so long, and I do apologize, guys, for not having or releasing videos, because I can't really release a reaction video if there's no new hero to react to, right? So I'm glad that they did
Stick
this,
to the plan.
and I hope
It'll
that they will
work.
continue releasing new heroes. So guys, if you do get Cyclops, I think he's really good in the mid lane, and he's really good, very effective. I think he's very good and effective when it comes to team battles because of his abilities, right?
Everyone
Probably
do your
the
job.
first thing to counter him, or that could counter him as a support, is same as who counters Iron Man is Cersei. I'm not quite sure if he's gonna be doing well against Cersei. We'll find out in Battlefield. But if you do get a chance, I think you're gonna be liking
we
him
trust
because
each other,
I think he's
we
pretty
win.
easy to use. Yeah, I think he is easy to use, and he is really effective in team fights. So that's my reaction for Cyclops, guys, and I hope I'm gonna be seeing you soon for more reaction videos in upcoming new heroes. Right? So guys, if you like this kind of content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you're gonna be notified on the next upcoming video. Alright
Everyone
guys,
do your job.
see you.